We'd already spent 6 months in our rented accommodation in Whitstable. During that time we'd rehearsed through basically a set. In fact, the set we played at the Middle Earth club in London. So the first album was more or less sorted out. Similar sort of thing, the second album, after moving to our house on the outskirts of Canterbury, opposite the golf course. Third album, by then I'd moved to my 9 feet underground flat in the centre of Canterbury, and a lot of that had been written beforehand, but obviously it needed a lot of work to sort stuff out in the studio, and we spent quite a long time in Decca Studios and Air London, and before we finished recording. Obviously it must have been very good for the band, and I certainly remember touring a lot abroad at that time, and of course we went over a number of times to Bremen to record the TV for the Beat Club, which went out to I think about 50 million people around Europe. So it must have been very helpful, yes. We would seem to be doing quite well at that time.
And you fly through my eye on a steel rainbow wheel, searching my mind for
I think the very early days with Caravan were some of the best, when we played very small clubs. We didn't have any monitors, we were playing so close to each other, we could touch each other, and it was just wonderful. The audience was right on top of us too, and it was so tight and really enjoyable. I remember the first gig we did at a very big venue, which was the Lyceum in London, Strand I think, and the stage was enormous. It was about 60 feet across, and I could hardly see. Pi was right at the other end, and I was my end, the other opposite end, and there was no monitors. I couldn't hear a thing he was playing. So for me, I suddenly thought, oh God, what's happening, you know? So yeah, the early days were good, very close knit sound.